I've been using a Humminguru ultrasonic record cleaner for about 6 months now. My thoughts on this device? Well, it's good when it works. I've had some problems with my particular unit, which you'll see coming up in this video, and you gotta watch all the way to the end because this is a bit of a roller coaster and doesn't end the way I expected it to.
Channel 33, RPM, yeah, 33, RPM, channel 33, RPM, yeah, final gear ever.
Hi, my name is Frank. Welcome back to channel 33 RPM, your channel for vinyl gear and more. So I did an unboxing and review video of the Humminguru ultrasonic record cleaner earlier this year. If you missed that video, I will leave a link below. I'll give you a quick summary of what I said in that video off the top. Chris, a viewer from Minnesota, surprised me with a Humminguru ultrasonic record cleaner last Christmas. Thank you again, Chris. The company behind the Humminguru is Happywell International Enterprise Limited, a toy manufacturer and distributor based in Hong Kong with a manufacturing plant in China. In December 2020, Happywell launched a Kickstarter campaign to fund the Humminguru, ultimately raising more than double their original goal. The record cleaner finally went to market late last year. So, how does the Humminguru work? The device has a tank you fill with distilled water. You then insert a record and press start. The Humminguru emits sound waves that agitate the water in the tank. That process over the course of several minutes cleans your records. When the cleaning is done, the Humminguru air dries your vinyl and does a pretty good job of it, though sometimes a few drops of water are left behind. You can buy attachments to also clean 7 and 10-inch records. The Humminguru, for whatever reason, is also a really divisive device. A bunch of you guys really like it and others not so much, suggesting it's overpriced and doesn't do that good of a job. Personally, I really like the Humminguru, but you have to go into this with realistic expectations. This device sells for $400 US, yet I see a lot of people comparing it to the Degritter, another record cleaning machine that retails for $3,000. I mean, these two devices are in two separate leagues. That said, it generally works as intended. I say the word generally on purpose, as you will see coming up. The Humminguru gets your records clean, though for dirty records I've found you have to run it through at least a few cycles. The air drying also works, but it can introduce static, so I'm always sure to blast records with my zero stat gun after cleaning them. To get records really clean, I also add a few drops of surfactant to the water I use in the machine. I use PhotoFlow as a surfactant and I find that it works just fine. But as I've been alluding to in this video, it hasn't been all sunshine and roses or whatever. I was using the Humminguru a few weeks ago and after a few spins, it just stopped working. And so of course I found this very frustrating because at that point I'd been using the Humminguru for maybe 5 months. And of course, no one wants to see their devices fail after such a short period of time. So I sent an email to the folks at Humminguru, not knowing what to expect, and I gotta say they were very helpful. In my conversations with them, they figured the thermal switch might be failing. Here, I'll show you what they said in the correspondence here. The person I was speaking to said, "Would you mind sharing with us about the temperature of the water you use to clean the record? And do you use the machine consecutively for more than 5 records? If so, after 5 records of cleaning, is the water in the water basin relatively hot?" So here's the thing. I did not, and I do not use warm water, I do not use hot water, and I have not cleaned more than 5 records consecutively. That said, I did use cold distilled water, which maybe I shouldn't have. I took distilled water out of the fridge, and that's what I was using. So maybe the issue is the fact that this water is too cold, and that triggered this thermal switch. Based on that, I got this other correspondence, again from Humminguru, and they said, "We suggest bypassing the thermal switch and seeing if that remedies the issue. You will be required to do a small disassembling of the bottom of the machine, and all you need is a screwdriver." So I said, okay, let's do it. I'm not afraid of getting my hands dirty. Like, I'm no technical wizard. I'm far from it actually, but given instructions. If I have a step-by-step guide, I'm not afraid of doing that kind of stuff. So they sent me some instructions. And as you can see here, here is me trying to do a self-repair on the Humminguru. When I'm doing this, I'm thinking this could either go really poorly or it could go really well. So here I am unscrewing the legs on the bottom of the machine, and I opened it up, and you can see here I got a look at the guts. I got a look at the guts of the Humminguru, and there wasn't a lot in there. Overall, it was a fairly simplistic machine. So following the instructions from the company, which were really easy to follow, by the way, the instructions said to disconnect this black wire from the PCB. Okay, so I did that here, again, very carefully. I was kind of nervous doing this. I will admit to that, because I did not want to damage anything. The next set of instructions from Humminguru was to peel off the silicone wrap from the wires. And the note here said the silicone wrap, they put warp, but it's wrap. The silicone wrap is easy to peel off. Simply pinch it with your nails and pull apart in the opposite direction. Be careful not to break the wires inside. So that's what I did, again, just with my fingers. I don't have long nails or anything. Just with my fingers, I pulled that black wire back. Then the instruction said twist the wires together. You will need to do that 3 or 4 times. So again, relatively simple. That's what I did here. Then I plugged the wire back into the boards, and that was the end of the instructions. I then flipped it over and I pieced it all back together. So did this work? Did I get the Humminguru back in record cleaning shape? Well, let me show you. Here's the unit back in its home base, and I add distilled water, room temperature. I'm now very careful about that. I insert the record, and then I just start the cycle. So I'm skipping over here a bit in time, but as you can see here, the record finished its cleaning cycle. And when it's done, the water drains out exactly like it's supposed to, and then the air drying starts. So the Humminguru does work once again as it was supposed to. All right, okay, those were famous last words. While the Humminguru worked in that demonstration I just showed you, the day after it stopped working again. So I was getting a little frustrated at this point, but I do have to give 2 thumbs up to the customer support people at Humminguru. They're always very quick to respond. They helped me with that previous issue. Then I emailed them again and said, listen guys, this thing has stopped working once again. So we had some back and forth, and they figure it's now a faulty board, right? A faulty PCB or PC board, whatever they're gonna call it. So they're gonna ship me a new one and send me instructions on how to install that. So fingers crossed that's the problem. Wish me luck that I can actually install this thing. I'm fairly confident that I can, so I will come back in a few weeks and kind of go through that whole process, and we'll see how this story ends. In the meantime, I'm being positive here. Besides these issues, I really did like the way the Humminguru worked. I got my records clean. I mean, for really filthy, dirty records, I found that I had to do a pre-clean. And as I said, I also found that a little bit of surfactant, in my case, using Photo Flow, really helped the machine get the records that much cleaner. So as I said, I'll come back in a few weeks and let you know how this story turns out. All right, 33ers, thank you for sticking with me through this roller coaster of an adventure in today's video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Until next time, keep on spinning.